7 o'clock. Everybody hear that? We're calling this meeting to order.
Oh, there's everybody.
Yep. So we'll ask our city clerk to read the remote meeting instructions.
Pursuant to Governor Inslee's emergency proclamation regarding certain provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act during the COVID-19 outbreak, the Toppenish City Council will not accept in-person public comments. All members of the public wanting to comment on City Council agenda items may submit written comments to include your name and address for the record in advance by email to cityclerk@cityoftoppenish.us by 4 p.m. on January 25, 2021 to be read during the meeting. Call-in information for listen-only mode is 253-215-8782, meeting ID 865-4213-7035, passcode 825483. Email cityclerk@cityoftoppenish.us or call 509-865-6754 with questions.
Thank you. And now if we'd all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
Allegiance to the flag
Of the
of the
United
United
States
States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible, with
with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Too many echoes.
Yeah. And if we can have the city clerk do the roll call.
Mayor Oakes,
I am here.
Mayor Pro Tem Saavedra,
Here.
Councilmember Belton,
Here.
Councilmember Seha,
Here.
Councilmember Duval,
Here.
Councilmember Garcia,
Here.
Councilmember Jimenez.
Present.
Let the record show we have a full quorum.
Thank you. Now if I can get a motion to approve the agenda for tonight.
So move.
I'll second it.
Thank you. I have a motion on the floor from Councilwoman Jimenez and seconded by Councilman Garcia to approve the agenda for tonight. Is there any further discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, we'll move on to item 4, advanced public comments received by 4 p.m. on January 25th, 2021, to be read by staff at the meeting. City clerk.
Mayor, let the record show the city did not receive public comment by the stated deadline.
Thank you. Moving on to item 5, the consent agenda. All matters on the consent agenda have been provided to each council member for review and are considered to be routine or have been previously discussed and will be adopted by one motion and vote without discussion. However, if a council member desires, any item on the agenda will be discussed before any action is taken on it. Item 5A, approve minutes of the January 11th, 2021 regular council meeting. Item 5B, approve payroll checks numbered 35176 through 35190 and the electronic transfer in the total amount of $235,455.74 dated January 20th, 2021. Item 5C, approve claims check numbers 93160 through 93183 and the electronic transfer in the total amount of $82,109.52 dated January 20th, 2021 for period 13.2 to pay December 31st, 2020 invoices. Item 5D, approve claims checks numbers 93184 through 93225 and the electronic transfer in the total amount of $31,586.96 dated January 25th, 2020, and void check number 93136. I would entertain a motion.
I move to approve the consent agenda in its entirety.
I'll second that.
Have a motion on the floor from Mayor Pro Tem Saavedra and seconded by Councilwoman Duvall to approve the consent agenda in its entirety. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none. Moving on to item 6, new business. 6A is AB 21-006, Resolution 2021-05, approved technical assistance contract with Yakima Valley Conference of Governments for land use and planning review services. City Manager Hoyt.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. It's good to see everyone at a meeting. Appreciate seeing all your faces and hearing George's voice. He's not on the picture. Before you is Resolution 2021-05. It's to authorize the city manager to sign an agreement with YVCOG for technical assistance for unforeseen land use planning permit activity. Each year we renew this annual permit. We have it budgeted in our professional services line item under planning. And I believe last year we spent with YVCOG for these planning services approximately $46,000. So we would like to up that contract because it was for $42,000 last year. We would like to up that contract to be no more than $50,000.
Are there any questions? I'd entertain
I
a motion.
noticed that it asked that. Wait, I have a question. So as I was reading it, I noticed that we said that we might get reimbursed through the development review fees. How much are you estimating that we're going to get in these development review fees that would go towards paying the 50,000?
For example, I believe like the Toppenish School, their costs were approximately, I think, right at $4,000, and we got most of that back via permit costs. So that's kind of piecemeal. Each project gets a cost. There's a permit. We receive some of that money's back.
Right, so I was wondering if you kind of had a guesstimate as to how much you think you might be getting for the year.
Well, we're expecting to pay about 48,000, 48 to 49 if we go by the inflation from last year's use. I don't have a number that we might get back. Sorry about that.
Oh.
I don't know if Debbie's there. Maybe she might know that answer.
I don't see her there.
Yeah, I don't know who City
Or
of
maybe you
Top.
can get that.
Debbie is not with us this evening.
Oh, okay.
She can just email us what we made last year and kind of guess what she thinks we're gonna get this year.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Entertain a motion, I guess.
I just had a quick question. Lance, do these fees go up every year?
It depends on the number of projects. There's always an inflation factor for the cost of living for COG to provide the services, but it's mostly driven by project.
Yeah. So if we have fewer projects, the cost isn't as
Correct.
great. Okay.
That's why the amount is 50,000 up to 50,000. Hopefully it won't be that high.
Right. Okay.
So Lance, what projects are you thinking we're gonna get this year besides the high school one?
Don't know. That's why we've looked at the trend that we've had over the last 5 years. It's been increasing steadily as we go. And we don't know what those projects are until they come in and ask for a permit. So I don't have a list of anticipated projects, but we're anticipating to get that many.
Mm.
But if we don't, then we don't pay it.
If we don't, we won't pay it.
Well, then I would go ahead and make the motion to go ahead and give the city manager the authorization to sign the contract with Cobb for planning purposes up to $50,000.
I'll second that.
Thank you. We have a motion on the floor from Councilwoman Jimenez and seconded by Councilman Belton to approve resolution 2021-05, approve technical assistance contract with Yakima Valley Conference of Governments for land use and planning review services. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we'll move on to 6B.
Thank you.
AB 21-007, Resolution 2021-06, approve task order general agreement with HLA Engineering Land Surveying, Inc. for water services meter replacement project. City Manager Hoyt.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, this is an agreement with HLA to do some the general engineering services, help us with looking at the project costs and going out for ad and bid for the water service meter replacement project. We have, I think we have Public Works Superintendent Rocky Wallace here to speak to that project. Oh, there he is.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Tonight we're discussing the city's water meter registers. They are aging beyond their useful life. The batteries in the registers are failing and need to be replaced to employ the AMR, which is the automated meter reader system. The city's water meters are the mechanism where water and sewer consumption is measured and utility billing is determined. Presently, the Public Works Department is hand reading the failing meters by driving to each non-working meter and reading it manually. The water meters track all water that is produced by the city's wells and consumed by utility customers. This quantifies the city's water use efficiency, which is mandated by the state to be less than 10%. The water service meter replacement project is included in the 2021 approved budget. Task order 2021-01 will begin the water service meter replacement project. Upon execution, city staff will meet with HLA and establish the project timeline and scope of work necessary to replace the city's approximate 2,300 water meters. We have a physical impact of $19,800, and this will be paid from the 401 Water Fund Professional Services, and this will be included in the 2021 budget. Are there any questions?
I got one.
Okay.
The batteries, the life expectancy of these batteries is how long?
The life expectancy is between 10 and 15 years, and we're pushing over that now.
Okay. Okay.
So are you going to replace all of them for the whole city or just the ones that have gone out?
No, we're gonna start the process to replace them all. We currently have approximately 600 that are dead meters that we have to hand read, and we're losing approximately 50 to 75 a month. And so we're at the point where we need to go and replace all the meters so that we don't have an issue with our utility billing.
So is there a reason why you can't replace batteries in this meters, or is it because the meters are wearing out themselves? along with the batteries?
The meter registers are a separate unit from the meter itself. They are a sealed unit. It's not something that you can go in, open up, replace with a couple double A's. It's just the way the manufacturer has made them. They have made sure that every 10 to 15 years, all jurisdictions get to upgrade their water system meters.
I see. I get it.
How convenient.
Yeah.
Right.
Inconvenient.
Yeah.
So they're also incorporating the new technology that's gonna be coming up, so maybe it'll be for the best for the city.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I think our customer service is going to go up dramatically once we implement the new water meters. So yeah, I'm excited for this program.
Okay.
What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Their bill's gonna go up, or what does that mean?
No. Technology has advanced to the point of you can get on-demand reads now. Instead of the city reading once a month, now we'll have the opportunity to read every day if required or requested by a customer. And so if somebody comes in and wants to, find out what their water usage was for a 24-hour period or the last 30-day period, we'll have that technology to be able to just bring that up automatically. And within 3 to 5 seconds, we'll have that information for them.
I see. Thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Also, it gives us the ability to have alarms for water that has been running for 24 hours. So we'll be able to be proactive, let the customer know that we have an alarm, and we'll be making those phone calls saying, hey, by the way, we've noticed that, your water's been running for 24 hours. You may want to go
look in the
broken
basement.
pipe under your house or wherever.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good, that's really good.
Yeah, that's good.
That can also correlate with non-use of water. And so we may have homes that with no use for an extended period of time, there could be a welfare check in case they were elderly. Or if people are gone usually people check out if they're going to be gone for a month or two, we know. And so we'll be able to monitor that to see if there's any use.
Okay.
Makes me think about like how do you guys have their phone numbers? Like how would you call unless you went to their house to let them know if there was something wrong with their water meter?
Most customers have filled out a utility form. And so we have the phone number for them that they gave us at the time of doing the utility form. Hopefully it's correct. And if not, we can always go knock on doors, whatever we need to do to let the customer know that there may be a potential issue.
Any further questions? I'd entertain a motion.
Move to approve resolution 2021-06.
Second,
A motion on the floor from Councilman Belton, seconded by Councilwoman Jimenez, to approve resolution 2021-06, approved task order general agreement with HLA Engineering Land Surveying, Inc. for water service meter replacement. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none. Thank you, Public Works Superintendent Rocky Wallace.
Thank you, Mayor.
We'll move on to item 7, council meeting reports and community announcements. We will start with Councilwoman Duvall.
Yeah, why do you always start with me?
Did I? I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
didn't mean to.
Okay.
I know that feeling. I'm sorry.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank Astria Health and the Toppenish School District for coordinating the vaccination clinic at the middle school gym. I think that was a great thing to have in our community. Very lucky that they did that for us. And also to everyone that had a hand in putting together the luminaries that were on Fort Road. not that long ago to recognize the lives lost to COVID. So thank you for everyone that did that. That's everything.
Thank you. Councilman Garcia,
Nothing to report.
Councilman Seha,
Nothing to report.
Councilwoman Jimenez,
I'd like to report that I did participate in the MLK Peace Parade that we had on Monday of last week, and it was really well attended. Due to COVID, we did not march or walk like we have in the past. We actually stayed in our vehicles, nice and warm, and drove through town and honked and had a really great time. So I was very impressed. I was kind of wondering if anyone was even going to attend it, but we did, and I held up the rear like always, because I've always been in the back, and I missed Blaine because Blaine was always my partner in crime, and we marched together. And Blaine's not with us on council, and he wasn't there. So, but I was there, and I held up the end there. We took off. So I wanted to thank the city of Toppenish, because I know we had the fire truck there, and I know that some public works people were there, and our police officers did a fabulous job as always. So I'd like to thank them as well. So great turnout. I know that Lance was there. I went over to his truck and said hi as I was walking down waving. I felt like I was on my own little parade as I was walking to go see you, man. But again, the community did a great job being out there and showing the support. Also wanted to thank Asteria and the Toppenish School District, like Nyla did. They vaccinated 319 people. So that was really great. So we need to keep up that masking and social distancing and washing our hands. And hopefully one of these days we'll be able to go back to normal. So, thank you.
thank you. Councilman Belton,
Nothing to report.
Mayor Pro Tem Saavedra,
I have nothing to report for the good of the order.
and I myself have nothing to report. So we will go on to item 8, the city manager's report. I
Thank
know
you,
he's
Mayor.
got plenty.
Okay, just to remind everyone, our study session will be February 1st at 5 o'clock. We'll have 2 subjects that we'll be visiting about. One will be health through housing info. That's be a presentation by Chris from YBCOG, their executive director. And the second item on our agenda will be the police chief vacancy update. And then let's see, for my report, I also attended the MLK Peace Drive. I think I was talking with Superintendent Cerna today, and we thought there was like 60 some cars in the parking lot, but by the time the parade was over, we had over 80. So we picked some participants up on the way. We were really happy that we had great weather, and the trains kind of cooperated. We didn't have an issue with crossing that track twice with long lines of people. So I'd like to thank everybody for their assistance in that project. And they were in the Yakima Herald and were on the KMA News. So that was well received by everyone in the valley. An update on the Public Works office and vehicle storage buildings. If you remind everyone, we're out to bid for that project. We'll be opening bids February 3rd. Last week, I think it was Thursday or maybe it was Tuesday, I can't remember now. We had a pre-bid walkthrough. We had over 10 contractors and their subs present. So we had about 20, 25 people there. So that's exciting to get, just to get some good interest in a project. That means with many people, we should get good bid results with that. So hopefully we'll be able to open those bids on the 3rd of February, and should be able to award that project by the second council meeting in February, and then hopefully start sometime in March with estimated completion the early December of this year. We have a couple other street projects that'll be going out to add. They'll be going out to add early March. That's the West First Sidewalk project. That's on the south side of the West First Street between Carlson Avenue by the OK Car Wash down to the city limit sign, which is Conoco. And basically we'll have sidewalks pretty much on both sides of the street with handicap accessibility and crosswalks there. So that's exciting to get that done. Then the Safe Routes to School project will go to add at the same time. We hope to, well, the plan is to add them together to get economy of scale. However, one's state money, one's federal money, so they'll have to be organized accordingly. That's some sidewalk and some street improvements by Lincoln Elementary, Lincoln Park, and some sidewalks over by the middle school on Zella Avenue. The second piece of 3 pieces for our sewer collection system expected to go to add early March and hopefully be done by November. We don't have any 20-foot deep lines to replace this year, so it should go easier, I would think. I got a report from Mike Kay for the extreme weather shelter. It's now a 24-hour shelter, if anyone didn't know. They've been serving approximately 36 or 37 people a night. The other stat that he had was there are 63 unique persons. So basically that means 63 different people have taken advantage of the shelter since it's been open for the 1st of January. 9 jobs have been created at the shelter for people that are caregivers there or shift workers. Last week they went out, they organized on Saturday the 16th, and they went up and down West 1st, down 2nd, and around Pioneer Park, and picked up 27 bags of garbage in the area. So that was much appreciated for our community. And that's all I have today.
Thank you, City Manager Hoyt. With that, we'll move on to item 9, which is adjournment. And meeting's adjourned.
Thank you.
Good night.
Stay safe.